Imagine you are at a family dinner. Everyone is talking about their jobs, their promotions, their new car. Your uncle brags about his new vacation home. Your cousin mentions her fancy job title. Then your little niece of 4 years tucks your sleeve and says, "Look, I drew you a picture." Suddenly, the room becomes quiet. No one knows what to do with her crayon scribbles. But you take the drawing, tape it to the fridge, and say, "This is my favorite thing here." That's what Jesus is talking about today in the gospel. His disciples are arguing about who is the best follower, like kids fighting over who is the teacher's favorite. Jesus sits them down and says, "You want to be great? Then be the last. Serve everyone and pay attention to the people no one else notices." Then he points to a child, someone with no power, no status, and says, "When you welcome someone like this, then you are welcoming me." Don't we all spend so much time trying to be the best employee, the best parent, the best at our hobbies? But Jesus says the real prize is not a trophy. It is the quiet moments when you help someone who can't help you back. Think of Jesus, the Lion of Judah, choosing to be the Lamb of God. He swapped heaven's throne for a manger, a crown of stars for thorns. Why? To show us the real power is not in flexing our muscles. It is in bending down. A CEO once told me that his proudest moment wasn't closing a $1 million deal. It was coaching his niece's losing soccer team. They didn't win a game, he says, but they all ate ice cream and laughed a lot. Now, years later, those kids text him about their lives. That's about leaving a legacy behind. And that's what Jesus is talking to us today. Think of a nurse who stays up late holding a worried patient's hand. A teacher who spends her own money on extra school supplies. A neighbor who shovels your driveway for free. Those people aren't famous, but they are heroes. Jesus uses a child to make home this point because kids don't care about money or fame. They care about kindness, fairness, and whom they share their cookies with. We adults, we complicate things. We worry about what people think. We hold grudges. We chase things that don't matter. And Jesus says, be more like kids. Love simply. Serve gladly. Maybe try two things today. First, notice the invisible people. A janitor at work, a shy kid in your child's class, an elderly person's eating alone. Maybe smile at them, learn their names, and say their name out loud. Second, do one thing that won't go on to your resume. Babysit for free, help someone carry groceries, open the door for someone, listen to a friend vent. A man I knew spent years climbing the corporate ladder, working in private companies. But his dad got sick. He quit his job to care for his dad. A few months later, a colleague of his said, "You wasted your potential." No, you might have been, someone important in the company. But he replied, "Sitting with my dad, holding his hand, that was the greatest thing he had ever done." Jesus isn't asking us to quit our job or give away all our money. He is asking us to reset our heart, to stop chasing what the world calls great, and to start serving, loving, and noticing the people right in front of you. That's how you change the world, one crayon drawing at a time. Whoever welcomes a child a janitor, a stranger, a crying coworker welcomes me. Now go and crash someone's meeting with some ice cream. Amen.